much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz, where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Claire. This is my boyfriend, Ricky. We're from Cork and live in London.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Karen. This is my husband, best friend forever, John, and we're from Lancashire.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Isin. This is my housemate, Evie. We're from Oxford.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, my name's Mike, and this is my friend and colleague, Mike from Paynton.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, every one of you. Lovely to have you here. Welcome to Pointless. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He knows the score. And if you don't want to know that score, please look away now. It's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Hello there.
Hello.
Karen really raised the stakes in the introductions there, didn't she? Husband,
didn't she?
best friend forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
I honestly felt for Izzy and Mike there, because they had nowhere to go. It was they had to make a very split-second decision.
Yeah.
Of, do I say Evie is my best friend forever? Do I say the other Mike is my best friend forever? I would have done what you did and just left it. But that was pretty high-stakes stuff. I thought, what an introduction to the show.
Best friend forever from Lancashire. There are plenty of other counties.
Oh, yeah.
She can have best friends forever.
Just
from
Lancashire.
anywhere she likes.
Yeah, but Cheshire,
Yeah.
that'll be Steve.
Yeah, it'll be Steve.
But, yeah, what a way to... listen, you've got a lot to live up to now, John. Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, well,
Shall we do a quiz?
thank you very much. Sue and Holly, by the way, went through to the final last time. Some of you will remember that. They failed to win the jackpot, which means we are adding another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,250. That's nice. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. The only thing you have to remember is this. At the end of each round, we will eliminate the pair with the highest score. That's it. So keep your scores low and everything will be just tickety-boo. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category this afternoon is pop music. Can you all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many groups that have had more than one UK #1 single since 1960 as they could. Richard?
Yeah, looking for any group or duo who've been credited on more than one #1 single, two or more different songs, according to the official charts company, please. So any group or duo who've had more than one UK #1 since 1960, up to the beginning of August 2020.
I mean, if we play this judiciously, we could just be filling that jackpot like nobody's business.
Because I'm assuming there are lots of... Oh, my goodness me. Yeah, lots and lots of pointless answers here.
Right, come on. This is just harvest time. Here we go. Ricky, welcome back. Lovely to have you with us. Tell us more about yourself, Ricky.
From Ireland, living in London now. Big sports fan, like all types of soccer matches.
What brought you to London?
Claire came over to study. I followed her over to help pay the bills.
So how long have you been in London, London-based?
It's been 3 years now.
OK, are you liking it? Is it all right?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Just a dream come true right here, right now. So
OK, well, isn't it? And for us too.
if I get a right answer.
If you get a right answer. If you get a pointless answer. Come on, Ricky. OK.
Okay. I'm hoping they're as popular here as they are in Ireland. I'm going to say Westlife.
Westlife, says Ricky. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Westlife. Well, he's right. They most certainly were popular over here.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, were they popular. Yeah, 16. Oh, it gets us off to a good start. 16 for Westlife.
Well played, Ricky. It didn't just have two #1s, it had 14 #1 singles, Westlife. The first 7 singles they released all went straight in at #1.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Karen, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here from Lancashire. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm, from Lancashire, but we actually live about half a mile into the border of Lancashire, hence the accents. So we've got Liverpool accents.
From which border? From
From
where?
the border of Lancashire and Liverpool, Merseyside.
And Liverpool,
yeah.
Merseyside. I see. It all falls into beautiful
All falls
place.
into place now, yeah.
Yes, I've got it. Now then, Karen, have you got some ideas?
Yes, I have. This group were postering my bedroom wall. Well, they weren't actually postering. Their posters were on my bedroom wall. And I'm going to go for Slade.
Slade, says Karen. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Slade. This is fun. He's right. Come on, surely pointless. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, 6. Look at that. Oh, I thought it was going to be pointless. 6 of our 100 people in 100 seconds came up with Slade.
Yeah, very well played. 6 number ones for Slade. All misspelt apart from Merry Xmas Everybody, which was spelt correctly. But all the other ones were incorrectly spelt.
Yeah.
Those were the days, weren't
Those
they?
are the days. It's almost like they didn't care.
Because my brother is in Suede. There was once a receptionist where we worked who was very disappointed because for years she thought he was in Slade.
Oh.
Yeah, she was gutted when she was told the truth.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Izzy, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Izzy.
So I'm Issy. I live in Oxford and I work as a doctor.
As a GP, or are you...
I'm inspiring to be a GP in a few years' time. Yes,
Are you at the John Radcliffe?
I am. Yeah, currently working in the hospital and emergency department. So.
Very good indeed. OK, now, Izzy, music. Come on, let's get some pointless answers. Come on.
So even might hate me. I do have one which I think they've had 2 at least, but it is a risky one. OK, so I'm going to say Ace of Base.
Ace of Base. Let's find out if that was a brilliant answer. Ace of Base. Oh, no, Izzy, but that's exactly the kind of answer we were wanting, though. That kind of risk, just perhaps not as reckless. There we are. I'm afraid that's wrong. Scores you 100 points.
Izzy, I would have sworn that was correct. Yeah, all that she wants was number 1, but the sign, which I would have said was number 1 all day long, was number 2.
Yeah.
It's number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Close.
Oh, that's bitterly disappointing, but very, very well done. It's a great sort of answer, though. Now then, Mike L. Welcome back to Pointless. Remind us all about yourself, Mike.
I'm from Devon. I live by the coast, and I've been friends with Mike for sort of over 25 years. And a couple of hobbies we do. We get down to the coast and do a bit of rock pooling with my little nephew, or we both, when the weather's good, would like to try and do a bit of spearfishing if we can, which is a good little hobby to have when the conditions are right.
Very good indeed. Thank you for that, Mike. What are you going to go for? Pointless answer. Come on.
I'm going to go for The Prodigy.
The Prodigy, says Mike L. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said The Prodigy. The Prodigy is right. That's a pointless answer. Very well done indeed, Mike L. Oh, I was hungry to hear that chime of the pointless. That adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £2,500, scores you nothing. Well done.
That's brilliantly played, Mike. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, 2 number 1s for The Prodigy, Firestarter and Breathe, both in 1996.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are halfway through our first round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Nothing the best score of the past. So Mike and Mike, looking pretty good. 6 is where we find Karen and John. 16 is where we find Ricky and Claire. And then 100, I'm afraid, is where we find Izzy and Evie. Who knows what will happen on the next pass? We're going to try and encourage people to find pointless answers. So maybe we might get another little 100 out there as well. You never know. But nice low score from you, Evie. Will keep you in the game, maybe. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Welcome back. Tell us more about yourself, Mike B.
So as Mike said, we're really lucky to live in a beautiful part of the country, right on the coast. So other than a bit of spearfishing, also like to get up early in the morning and do some rod and line fishing as well.
Very good. So which bit of the coast are you on?
So we live down in Torbay, so we're based in Paignton, Torquay Brixham either side of that, so plenty of nice places to go.
So lovely. Oh, very nice indeed. Now, Mike, look at that. You scored nothing in the first pass. 99 or less gets you through.
OK, so delved back into my teenage years and the posters on Mike's bedroom wall. I'm going to say Bros.
Bros, says Mike B. Here's your red line. Can you get below this red line with Bros? Oh, what about that? Not
There you
Bros.
go.
I could have sworn that was a correct answer.
Me too.
Scores you 100 points. Evie, this is what I said was going to happen.
I feel.
We have to get a pointless answer from you in that case. 100 points is what it scores.
I mean, Ace of Base was weird enough, but Bros as well. 1 number 1 single, Bros, and 4 number 2s.
Oh, turns out we owe them nothing.
There you go.
There we are. Thank
Well,
you
they
very
owe Mike something.
Well, yeah, they do. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Evie, welcome to the show. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Hiya, I'm Evie. I'm a doctor in Oxford as well, and we live together.
At the JR, same?
Yes, at the
Oh,
JR, yeah. Currently working vascular surgery.
right, OK. And what do you do when the doctoring is done at the end of the day?
So I enjoy making my own clothes. I do a bit of baking for work. Yes, and long
Lovely.
walks around Oxford.
Long walks around Oxford.
I think I've met your dog as well.
Oh, everyone's met our dog. We've got two. Most weekends, I'm usually to be found shouting their names. For hours on end.
Haggis came and tried to eat our picnic.
Haggis. I love that you even know he's called Haggis. That's hilarious. There we go.
You've got a dog called Haggis.
We've got a dog called Haggis.
What's the thinking behind that?
It's just a fun name.
Just liked it.
Just liked it.
Just liked
Haggis,
it.
because he's little and brown and sweet.
Great to yell across the field.
Haggis! I know. Oh. There we are. How hilarious. So, yes, we need a pointless answer from you, Evie. This is the thing.
I mean, this is mostly because you were listening to it in the car driving here, but the Black Eyed Peas, I feel like it's
The Black Eyed Peas. Oh, this could be very exciting indeed if we get a pointless answer here. Right.
Unlikely.
You are joint high scorers, so there is no red line for you. But let's see how far down the column we get with the Black Eyed Peas. It's right. Oh, Evie, very well done indeed. Look at that. It's a pointless answer. That adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £2,750. It scores you nothing. It leaves your total at 100. Brilliant.
I mean, that could be one of the great turnarounds of all time if we have ourselves a little tie at the end of this.
Yeah.
Very well played. 5 number ones for the Black Eyed Peas.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, John, we have now I think we've hit a vein of pointless answers here. John, tell us all about yourself.
I'm John, and as my lovely wife here said, we've been married now for just under 14 years. So we're obviously on the second marriage. So we're trying to do as much as we can in the time we've got left. So we'd basically double up and like to go on holiday every opportunity.
Lovely. Very nice indeed. Now, John, you're on 6. If you can score 93 or less, you are through to round 2.
Well, this is, and I'll stress, this is not my taste in music, but I think famously Bewitched had a set of number ones when they first come out. So I'll say Bewitched.
Bewitched, says John. Here is your red line. Can we get below that with Bewitched? There we are. Absolutely right. It's another pointless answer. Very well done indeed, John. That adds another £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £3,000, scores you nothing, leaves your total at 6. Fantastic.
Beautifully done, and honestly lovely to hear you're a fan of Bewitched as well. That is,
Yeah, we had it on in the car all the way here.
Oh, exactly.
I'm never going to live this
It's
down.
like, John, come on, enough Bewitched already. 4 number 1 singles, first 4 number 1 singles. C'est la vie was their first one, which is French for There's the Toilet.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Claire, welcome back. Tell us more about yourself, Claire.
So I am a dancer, and when I'm not dancing, I work part-time in retail. When I'm not working, I'm like to cook.
Very good. So when you're dancing, how often a day, how many hours a day do you put in dancing?
So when I wasn't full-time training, that was 6 to 8 hours a day. Now it's as often as I can. So whenever I can get to class.
I see.
Yeah.
OK, very good. Well, you're on 16. 83 or less gets you into round 2. What are you going to go for?
I am going to go for, and hope that they have more than one, I'm going to say Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child, says
Yes.
Claire. Here is your red line. Let's see how many of our 100 said Destiny's Child. Absolutely right, and you are through. Can we pot ourselves another pointless answer here? 2 for Destiny's Child. Very well done. Great answer. Scores you 18.
Great answer, Claire. Very well played. Under pressure as well. Yeah, Independent Women and Survivor, 2 number 1s for Destiny's Child. How about this at the end of the... Blimey.
I know.
Wow.
I know. So there we are. We have a tie. We used to call this something else, but we have a tie.
We used to call it lockdown. We're not allowed to call it lockdown anymore.
Oh, tie. Oh, it's
That's much better, isn't it?
We'll bring lockdown back at some point. OK, so this is how it goes. The pair nearest the column go first. You are now allowed to confer, come up with an answer, and then we will go to the mics after that.
Okay, cool.
OK, Evie and Izzy, what are you going to go for?
I think we're going to go for Maroon 5.
Maroon 5, say Evie and Izzy. The mics, what are you going to go for?
We're going to go for Adam and the Ants.
Adam and the Ants. Maroon 5 versus Adam and the Ants. These are both excellent answers. Maroon 5, say Evie and Izzy. Let's put that to the test first. Not Maroon 5. I was just thinking, this is fun. We can just get a pointless answer after pointless answer and just top up the pot until we finally get something incorrect. And I'm afraid Maroon 5, an incorrect answer, scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200. Adam and the Ants, Mike and Mike, means you now have a red line, which is there. Let's see how many of our 100 said Adam and the Ants. Yeah. And I remember lots of number ones from them. And another pointless answer, very well done. So that adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £3,250, scores you nothing, leaves your total at 100, sees you through to round 2. Very well done
That was
indeed.
very exciting. Well played to both teams on that podium. Yeah, Maroon 5, again, only one number one. They had 3 number 2s. The good news is if you add Maroon 5 and Ace of Base together, that's 2 number 1s, so it's actually a terrific answer. Loads of pointless answers. I will take you through a few of them right now. There's Adam and the Ants and Black Eyed Peas. We've heard both of those. Clean Bandit, 4 number 1s at time of recording. Culture Club, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Hearsay, all of these pointless answers. You could have had JLS, Sugar Babes, The Jam, loads of other ones. 10cc, Aqua were a pointless answer. No Ace of Base, but Aqua were. You could have had Busted. The Specials were a pointless answer. The Venga Boys as well were a pointless answer. Well done if you said that. So loads of good pointless answers out there.
And a few bad ones. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So that brings us to the end of our first round. It means, Evie and Izzy, we have to say goodbye to you. You played superbly. You've given us a pointless answer. You've added to our jackpot and the general merriment. But this is where we have to say goodbye. We'll see you next time. Look forward to it very much indeed. Evie and Izzy, thank you.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Well done, everybody. We made it through that round. We managed to truffle out some nice pointless answers as well, so the jackpot's looking very healthy. And hats off to our low individual scorers, John and Mike L. And John and Karen, you were our lowest combined scorers, so very well done to you. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is Literary London. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns the literary tube map of London. Richard.
Yeah, there was a sort of tube map published in 2019 which replaced the names of all the stations with different works of plays and books, etc., which are partly or wholly set in London. We're going to show you clues now to 6 of those works on each board. We'll give you the initials as well. What are these works, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our first board of clues to these literary London works. Story of orphaned workhouse boy lured into criminal gang, Charles Dickens, O.T. Phoneticist teaches Cockney flower girl how to be a lady, George Bernard Shaw, P. Tale of friendship between Will and 12-year-old Marcus, Nick Hornby, A.A.B. Chronicle of love, lies, guilt and redemption as told by character Bryony Tallis, Ian McEwan, A. Thriller of cryptic artworks and ancient secret societies, Dan Brown, TDVC. And Dark tale of human transformation between good and evil, Robert Louis Stevenson, DJAMH. There we are. Ricky.
Let me look. Gone a bit blank, so I'll go for the second last one and say the Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code, says Ricky for the Dan Brown. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. The Da Vinci Code. It's right. Down he goes to 29. Very well done indeed.
Yeah, and that was represented by St James's Park on that tube map. Westminster Abbey features in the book a lot. They weren't allowed to film there, but the Westminster Abbey tour guides had to be given fact sheets about the book because tourists kept asking so much.
Of course. Thank you very much indeed. Now, John.
This looks OK. I think the second one down was made into My Fair Lady, but it was Pygmalion as a book.
Pygmalion, says John. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Pygmalion. Pygmalion is right. 29 is the only score we have, and you pass it. 19 for Pygmalion.
Yeah, and that's Covent Garden Tube Station is called Pygmalion after the play, and that's where Eliza Doolittle and Henry Higgins first meet, in the piazza at Covent Garden.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Mike L. This is all yours, this board, if you wanted to dazzle us.
One of my weaker subjects. Top one is Oliver Twist, I believe. not sure. Nothing's coming to mind for the Ian McEwan or the... I can't think of anything for the Robert Louis Stevenson. But I think Nick Hornby, answer is About a Boy.
About a Boy, says Mike. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said About a Boy. About a Boy is right. Well, 29, the high score, 19, the low. You passed the high, you passed the low. There we are, 15. Well done, Mike L.
Well played, and that was Highbury and Islington Tube, which is where Nick Hornby sets a lot of his works in that bit of London. Oliver Twist, you are quite right about, would have scored 49 points. The Ian McEwan...
Is Atonement.
Atonement would have scored you 4. It's the best answer up there. And the Robert Louis Stevenson...
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And that would have scored you 15.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 15 is where we find the Mikes. And then 19 is where we find John and Karen. 29, Ricky and Claire. A little bit ahead there. Not wildly, but Claire, a manageable adjustment, I'd say, if you find a nice low-scoring answer. So good luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Let's put 6 more clues of literary London works up on the board, and here they are. Stories told on a medieval pilgrimage to a city in Kent, Geoffrey Chaucer, TCT. Friendship of 2 teachers darkens amidst damaging revelations, Zoe Heller, NOAS. Journal of a 30-something singleton, Helen Fielding, BJD. George Smiley searches for Soviet spy in MI6, Jean Le Carré, TTSS. Commuter Rachel Watson is embroiled in missing person thriller, Paula Hawkins, TGOTT. And family saga of best friends Archie Jones and Samad Iqbal, Zadie Smith, WT. There we are. Now then, Mike.
Few to choose from there. Let's go for the George Smiley MI6 spy novel, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, says Mike. Here is your red line. Let's see where we end up with Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. It's right. Oh, look, very well done indeed. 13 you needed, 12 you got. That takes your total up to 27.
Yeah, and they placed that at Vauxhall Tube, which is nearest to MI6's headquarters. Although in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, as in all his novels, Cambridge Circus is where he sets his MI6.
OK, thank you very much indeed. Now, Karen, look at that. You're on 19. We need a score of 9 or less, Karen. You can do this.
I wish I could. I really fancy going for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. But I'm going to go for a book that I've read, the Paula Hawkins book, which is The Girl on the Train.
The Girl on the Train, says Karen. Here is your red line. It's low. Can The Girl on the Train get you below that? Let's find out. 20 for The Girl on the Train. You might have done enough there. You might have done enough. 39 is your total.
Yeah, well played, and that represents Euston Station, which is where the girl is going to on the train.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Claire. Claire, you're on 29. We need a score of 9 or less from you. Can you talk us through that board?
I cannot talk you through that board. I knew 2 answers. One is now gone. So I'm going to go for the third one and say Bridget Jones' Diary.
Bridget Jones' Diary for the Helen Fielding. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Here's your red line. Again, it's the same height of red line as Karen's just had. Bridget Jones' Diary is right. Yeah, there we go. 31 takes your total up to 60. Lovely round, 60.
Yeah, and that's London Bridge. In the film of the book, she lives in a flat in Borough Market, which would be so insanely outside of her... I mean, it's crazily expensive around there now, right?
Yeah.
And beautiful, the place where she lives as well.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, there it is.
We go. What can you do?
What can you do? Now, what we can do is fill in this board.
We can do that for you.
The Chaucer...
The Canterbury Tales.
Canterbury Tales, yeah. Would have scored you 29. Do you know the Zoe Heller novel?
Notes on a Scandal.
Notes on a Scandal. Great book, great film. Would have scored you 1 point.
Ooh.
Hampstead Tube, that one is. And Zadie Smith?
White Teeth.
White Teeth, St John's Wood. And that would have scored you 3. So Notes on a Scandal, the best answer up there. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, at the end of our second round, the pair we have to say goodbye to with their high score of 60 is Claire and Ricky. Yeah, one more shot at the pointless final. Let's hope we can get you through to the head-to-head and maybe beyond that time. But meantime, thank you very much for playing, Claire and Ricky. But for the two remaining pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Karen and John, Mike and Mike. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,250. But before we play for the head-to-head, shall we see if we can't put some more money in that jackpot by truffling out a couple of pointless answers? Here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many fishing tackles as they could. Richard?
Yep, 6 items of fishing tackle. There's always 2 that scored points, 2 that are pointless, and 2 that we made up. Very best of luck finding the pointless ones.
Oh, this is just going to be fun.
Come on, use the fishing.
OK, fishing tackle. Here we are, 6 potential pointless fishing tackles. We've got plummet, palister, quiver tip, paternoster, blunder, disgorger. There we are. Now then, if you know anything, work as a 4 here, because it's in everyone's interest to find both.
Well, we've got 2 fishermen here.
Yeah, we've got 2 fishermen.
He's more with the rod and line.
You can certainly go for paternoster, quiver tip, and disgorger. And I think plummet as well.
Isn't paternoster the hammer you hit a fish with?
No idea. I've just read it in a fishing book.
Yeah, I think that's what you
But
hit
there's definitely. I would imagine it was paternoster, quiver tip, and disgorger.
Paternoster sounds like fishing for a very specific kind of food.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Have it on toast.
Paternoster, is that like tickling a salmon? Paternoster.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are the ones that I definitely am confident about.
OK, Karen and John, what do you want to go for?
Do you think quiver tip?
That's definitely.
Quiver tip.
You're going to go for quiver tip?
Yes.
Shall we see if quiver tip is a bit of pointless fishing tackle? It's definitely fishing tackle. Oh, it's a pointless one. Very well done indeed.
Very good.
Oh, wouldn't it be great if we got a double pointless now? Come on, the mics. Come on.
So we'll go with the one beneath that, paternoster.
OK, paternoster. Let's see. Paternoster, is that a pointless bit of fishing tackle? Well, it's right. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, well, there we go.
Very well, 250 quid at least. And I think it might be the first time ever where someone's just known all 4 of the correct answers as well. So that was very impressive stuff. And then it's picked 2 of those, isn't it? Because you're quite right, the incorrect answers were blunder and Palister. Manchester United fans remember him being a different sort of a tackler. Disgorger would have scored you points, so the other pointless answer was plummet. So plummet and quiver tip were the pointless answers. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, well done. You managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we can add another £250 to today's jackpot and take it up to £3,500. But who will be playing for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer. So there we are. That takes a bit of the pressure off. Best of luck to both pairs. Here's the first question, and it is all about sporty people doing other sports. Richard?
Yeah, 5 pictures of sports people now doing a sport which is not the one they're famous for, but who are these people, please?
There we are. Sporty people doing other sports. Here they are. A. B. C. D. And E. There we go. Karen and John will go first. You're our golden couple. Feel free to chat.
OK. You know what? We're going to go for E. And I hope this is right, because we were at a restaurant and she was there with her family. And it's Beth Tweddle.
Beth Tweddle. Say Karen and John. Beth Tweddle. Now, the mics. Do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
OK, yeah, Serena Williams first up. Not sure about B. D is Wayne Rooney. The other one, I think, when it first came up, my thoughts on C were Kevin Peterson, KP, the cricketer. So do you want to go with C, if you want? Yeah, got any other answers on that? No. So we'll play C, Kevin Peterson.
C, Kevin Peterson. Kevin Peterson. OK, well, let's find out. Beth Tweddle is what Karen and John have gone for E. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 said Beth Tweddle. 19 for Beth Tweddle. Meanwhile, the Mikes have gone for Kevin Peterson for C. Is that KP? Let's find out. How many of our 100 people said Kevin Peterson? No. It could just about be, but I'm afraid it's not. So well done, Karen and John. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, I can absolutely see why you thought it might be. It's actually, do you know him? It's
Greg Rosetsky? No.
It is not Greg Rosetsky. It's the swimmer Michael Phelps, most decorated Olympian of all time. He would have scored you 4 points playing golf there. Now, an interesting quiz question is that Michael Phelps holds a world record, which is the longest ever televised putt, even though he's an amateur. You know, he played in a pro celebrity thing, the longest ever televised putt. Even weirder than that is the previous record holder was Terry Wogan.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, 4 points.
Exciting.
Let's take a look through the rest of this board, shall we? You're quite right about Serena Williams. Playing badminton there, she would have scored you 38. Now, the best answer on the board is B, and that is Jade Jones. Jade Jones, the, what do you call it, taekwondist? Taekwondo athlete, taekwondo, playing netball there.
Taekwonderer.
Taekwonderer, yeah, there you go. 1 point. And Wayne Rooney, unsurprisingly, the biggest scorer playing table tennis there, he would have scored you 73 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, here comes your second question. Now, the Mikes, you get to answer it first, but you have to win this one to stay in the game, so best of luck. Our second question is all about types of meter.
I'm going to show you the names now of 5 types of scientific meter. We'll tell you what they measure as well. We'll give you other letters, but can you tell us what these meters are, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So here come the meters. B meter, atmospheric pressure. C meter, time. G meter, angles. O meter, distance travelled. And T meter, temperature. There we are. The Mikes will go first.
Distance travel, odometer. Yeah, I think so.
OK, what are we thinking?
We are going to go for D, distance travelled, and we're going to say odometer.
Odometer. Right, Karen and John, what would you like to go for? Do you want to talk us through that board?
First one is barometer. The last one is thermometer. The one we're not sure on the G one, but so we're going to go for the second one, which we believe is chronometer.
Chronometer for time. So we have odometer for distance travelled, chronometer for time. Mike and Mike have gone for odometer. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Odometer is right. A good answer. Down it goes to 24. Meanwhile, Karen and John have gone for chronometer for time. Let's see how many of our 100 said chronometer. Chronometer is right. Oh, look at that. Chronometer beats it down to 19. Which means Karen and John, after only 2 questions, just straight through to the final, 2-0.
Very well played, yeah, that time and chrono, well worth taking the risk. Yeah, very precise clock, often used on aircraft or in ships. Now, there is an answer that would have beaten it. It was the middle one, which we will get to at the end. Barometer, you're quite right. That would have scored you 49. Thermometer, also right, of course. Would have scored you 63. Do you know this last one?
No, I don't think I do.
It's, I mean, it's going to be something like that, isn't it? But it's, it's used to measure angles in crystals normally. So goniometer, a goniometer.
A goniometer.
Yeah.
A goniometer.
Yeah, a goniometer.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Me
Never
either. As a pointless answer as well, so very well
Had
done.
you heard of that, Karen?
No, I thought it might have been geonometer.
It looked like it was going to be G, or something like that, but yeah. Goniometer.
Goniometer.
Crystals and what have you.
Crystals and what have you.
They've got a lot of angles, crystals.
Oh, haven't they?
Oh,
If there's
so
one
many
thing they
angles.
have...
It's angles.
Angles.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, well, the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid it's Mike and Mike. This is your second attempt at the Pointless Summit. We will see you again next time for your third. Let's hope we can take it one step further. Look forward to that. Meanwhile, thank you very much for playing, Mike and Mike. For Karen and John, though, it's now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Karen and John. You've seen off all the competition and made it look very easy, I have to say. And you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now get a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £3,500. Oh, well, I always like to say when people do this on a first attempt, and they are through 2-0 in the head-to-head, it kind of looks like it's on the cards. I think it's just there. What we have to do is find you a subject that you're going to be happy with in this last round. What would you love to see in your dreams? What would be the best
Liverpool
category?
Football Club.
OK.
Knitting patterns.
Knitting patterns. Oh, never had that before.
Very exciting, knitting patterns.
You're telling me. You are telling me. Well, it'll be very exciting if it comes up today. Well, as always, you get to choose from the four we present to you. Here's today's selection. Me, Myself and I in the 1970s. Film composers. Prime Suspect. Jamaica.
Jamaica
What do we
could be.
think?
Well, I'm thinking, no, we've been to Jamaica, but I don't think it'll, unless it's all about rum. Do you want to try for Me, Myself and I in the 70s?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it. Me, Myself and I in the 70s.
Me, Myself and I in the 70s it is.
OK, very, very best of luck. 3 very different questions here. We're looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for any named character in The Spy Who Loved Me, the Bond movie, according to IMDb. We are looking for any words of 4 letters or more in Eric Carmen's All By Myself. Or we're looking for the name of any actor in I, Claudius, according to IMDb again. So The Spy Who Loved Me, All By Myself, and I, Claudius. That's the Me, Myself and I. Very, very best of luck.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. OK, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Can you think of the cast in I, Claudius? Is that the one you want to go?
I know Derek Jacobi,
Yeah.
which is the obvious one.
Yeah. Who might have been in it? When
It's early 70s.
early 70s. Shall I go for my favourite Jim Broadbent? He wouldn't have been
Probably
in it.
too early, I would
Too
think. The characters in The Spy Who Loved Me. So it's James Bond, so...
Who was the villain? Oh, they're
I know.
Yeah.
It's Britt Eklund played it, and who did she play? She obviously had a comedy name because they all did at that time.
Yeah. No, it's in All By Myself. I
do you
can
know
only
the
think
song?
of it. Yeah, I don't think I sing it in my head. But
What, come on, pick a word from it then. Maybe that'd be the best ones to go for.
don't want to be. It's the obvious ones, really, I'm afraid.
10 seconds left.
Anymore, yeah. Anymore, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we'll go for any more.
Heart, time. I don't know, it's guess. Total
Okay,
guess.
yeah.
OK. That, I'm afraid, is your time up. I'm so sorry.
it's
Never long
okay.
enough.
Okay.
It's okay.
What 3 answers can you give me?
So say something like time. Time. This is total guess, but All By Myself.
OK, time.
Yeah.
That's definitely right.
Anymore.
Any more?
And somebody in I, Claudius. Just guess a British actor from... Oh, gosh, we should have done this. I'm going to say Jim Broadbent.
Jim
It's
Broadbent.
probably too early,
For I,
but
Claudius. OK, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Jim Broadbent.
OK, Jim Broadbent we put last. Listen, one of these days it's going to work
I
out that
know,
one of
I
these
know,
guesses is going to
I
bring
know.
you the bacon. That's the one.
Bring home bacon, yeah.
So, yes, we put
And
Jim
let's
Broadbent
put
last.
any more for the least.
Any more for the least one, and then we put time in the
which
middle.
is total guess as well.
OK, there we go. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We've got any more, time, and Jim Broadbent. There we are. If you just saw that at random, you think, what can this be? Well, listen, any one of these answers could turn out to be pointless and win you that jackpot. What would you do with 3,500
That's so
quid?
easy. I want a horse. I've always wanted a horse.
Horse. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice
I'd settle
indeed.
for a donkey, but a horse, really.
Either. Lovely. John, what about you?
I'm told I have to buy a stable.
Yeah, you want a stable.
You buy the stable, you have the horse. That seems like a fair division of spoils. OK, so, well, let's see. Any more was your first answer. We're looking for any word of 4 letters or more from the lyrics to All By Myself. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said any more. Is it right? Is it pointless? Any more is right. It just has to go all the way down to 0, and you leave here with £3,500. Down we go. Through the 20s, through the teens, all 13 for any more. OK. Let's hope nobody said your next answer. This is a bit of a shot in the dark, but it's the sort of word that crops up in a song.
Yeah.
Surely. Time, the great healer. Let's see, is it going to be the great winner for us? How many people said time? But crucially, is it right? Again, we're still looking at words of 4 or more letters from those lyrics. Oh, no. I'm afraid that one not in the song. Your third and final answer was Jim Broadbent. Again, it's a bit of a guess, but it's sort of, I don't know, we're looking for people who might have been in I, Claudius. You knew Derek Jacobi, but that was obviously going to be too obvious. Let us see. Jim Broadbent, was he in I, Claudius? Might he be pointless for £3,500?
It is. I'll give them the money.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Big shot.
I'm sorry. Probably a bit before his time, I suppose. But there we
so.
are. Well, you had a good crack at that, and I'm sorry, though, you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot. But you have won today's pointless trophies, so don't forget that. Very well done indeed for that, and a great performance across the show.
Yeah, you gave it a good go and winning on your first show as well, which is very, very impressive. I'll take you through the pointless answers. The big villain in The Spy Who Loved Me was Carl Stromberg. He would have been a pointless answer. Admiral Hargreaves as well, General Gogol, Major Anya Amasova. Everyone pointless there, apart from James Bond, M, Q, Jaws, Miss Moneypenny, and Naomi. Everyone else is a pointless answer on that one. You're quite right to go for something like time on those lyrics ones. That's usually the way to win the money. I'll show you some of the answers that were there. Feel, insecure, making, those, cure, dial, distant, hard, home, nobody's, obscure, remains, sometimes, sure, telephone. All of those were pointless answers. Let's take a look at some of the actors from I, Claudius. Bernard Hepton, who was in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy that we were talking about earlier. He was Toby Esterhaas. Ian Ogilvy, Margaret Tyzack, Peter Bowles, Bernard Hill would have been a pointless answer. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thanks once again, Karen and John. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £4,500. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.